Hey guys, yo, what's up? And welcome back to another video of the Jump Inside podcast. And unfortunately, this will be our last podcast for the year, but we've had amazing memories for all the podcasts. But anyways, we're going to be talking about the upcoming games for next year, and I'm joined with Seb.
Hi, my name's
Hello.
Seb. Yes,
Yeah.
just to recap on that, because we went through the script, some of the games that we're talking about are out, some of the games are coming out. So it's a bit of a battle on both sides there, but yeah.
Yeah, and we've got some movies as well, like pretty much media and gaming news mushed into one, pretty much.
And there's some stuff this year that's been cancelled. Yay!
Yay, we love our
I
developers.
can't wait to talk about certain things in this.
Yeah. Right then, should we get started?
Let's continue. Let's move on.
Alright. Right, so the first thing we're going to be talking about is going to be a film, and it's the new Wonka movie, which has already been released. It got released on the 8th this month, and so for some reason it's actually different for UK and USA. I don't know why they do that, but it was the 8th for UK and 15th for the USA. But new Wonka film. I've seen the original one. Actually, no, I saw the one with Freddie, is his name Freddie Highmore? Is that his name?
I think so. Is it Freddie?
He's the one that plays in The Good Doctor, the autistic one. I think it's Freddie Highmore. I have seen it though.
Just searching him. Yeah. Just searching it up. Willy Wonka, Freddie
Highmore.
Freddie Funko? Some people on a toy? Who plays Willy Wonka? That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Freddie Highmore. Yeah, it is.
Portrayed by Jenny Wilder in 1971. Jenny Wilder. Is it Jenny Wilder? I can't pronounce. Johnny Depp in 2005, and Timothy something, I can't pronounce that name. Do apologize. In 2023. Yeah. Just looking on the Wikipedia right now. Those are the people that played him. So who's Freddie then?
Yeah, Freddie is in the 2005 one. He plays Charlie.
Oh yes, yes, that's what you're on about.
No, they do look alike. I mean, obviously they're the same people, but you can definitely
Freddie
see
Highmore.
that,
Yeah,
I mean, he's actually very popular. Actually.
He's actually older now. He's actually. I watched him in a movie where he helped do a bank robbery movie, which was actually pretty cool. I loved him in that. It was really cool.
The Vault.
There's The Vault. A brilliant movie. He's such a good actor.
He's 31 now.
31, crazy. I remember what he was playing that. He was a child. We all remember it. And now, for some reason, he's 31. Doesn't time fly?
It does. It flies when you're having fun. And guess he had fun. Right. You got anything else to add on to that?
As much as I haven't watched the new movie, I don't know. From the trailers, though, from what I've seen of it, yeah, because I just haven't had the chance to watch it yet. I don't know. I'm not sure on the new Wonka at the moment. I don't feel like he's got. I don't know if he's got the vibe of Wonka from what I've seen on the trailers. If I've watched the movie, I hope he's got a bit more performance in the movie. I think he's going to be good when I see him. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. What are your thoughts on the Oompa Loompa?
Oompa Loompa is one of my favourite bit. Well, I've seen some clips. It's not like, obviously it's Oompa Loompa, but like, I know the 2005 Oompa Loompa, he did like 200 shots for one thing. He got paid a lot.
I mean, to be fair, that was a way doing Oompa Loompas, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know how to do it nowadays, but yeah, I guess I just have to see the film to tell you. I don't know. It's got some good actors in it, I think. Maybe, I don't know.
What do you think of the prequel idea of a Wonka movie? Like, what's your idea on that? Do you reckon they should always go down that route, or do you reckon it was a bit touchy-feely?
I don't think they should have done another one. I mean, the last one was fine.
Yeah.
Unless there's a big twist.
I didn't like the prequel and the extra factors of Willy Wonka in the inside the 2005 version. To be honest with you, like as far as I'm aware, Willy Wonka is this weird, crazy chocolate maker factory person who works in a top secret factory, and you just accept that. You just accept that in the original. And and as much as I like Willy Wonka in 2005, played by Johnny Depp, I don't think he needed a backstory. I don't know where that all came from, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that's our opinion.
Yeah, that's.
Should we go on the next one?
Let's move on to the next one. What's the next one?
Right. Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, Seb, the next one, yeah, you've got the release date wrong. It's not 15th December because
Is it not?
Because I've seen it and I promise you it was not this month.
Okay.
I've seen it.
You've watched the movie?
Yes, I've watched it.
Okay.
28th of June. I have it here.
28th of June. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me the lowdown, because you've seen it. I've only seen. I've skimmed through it. I haven't seen the full thing properly. I've seen a bit of the beginning of it. So I to be fair, it looks really interesting. You want to give me the lowdown on your thoughts on this movie without spoiling it?
Yeah. So pretty much, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It's So obviously Indiana Jones is old now. He's got white hair and everything.
Wow.
But what I can remember, there was this like they had to find something. You know the MacGuffin, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it, but I just don't know what it was. Anyway, they were trying to find this thing. And, oh my god!
Can I mention how every Indiana Jones movie is basically a MacGuffin movie?
It is, yeah. Well, I can tell you what. The movie starts off World War II. And it's Indiana Jones as a spy, and what happens is the Germans are in this like castle with a bunch of like antiques and like really valuable stuff, and obviously Jones was going in, and he got captured, and I don't know how to explain it. I don't remember much, but it had a lot of action in it. There was time travel, I can tell you that, because at one point they went back like 1,000 years ago in time. And also, you got the time of World War II, you got the present, and then you got that weird era where there was like swords and sticks they were fighting with. But I think out of 10, I'll give it a 7 because I liked it, but it didn't wow me.
I've got to go with for me, from what I've seen, and can you answer me a few questions? Like, number one, like at the beginning prequel of it, kind of like he was kind of like young, yeah, and
yeah, he was like middle-aged.
Does he keep going back to like middle-aged, like through the movie, or is it that's just a prequel?
It's just the start of it.
Okay, and
but like, wait, no, it might not be, because at one point they go back to like the place, but he's older.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You need to watch it because I can't remember
him in the movie. Because how old is he now? What, 80 or something?
I'll tell you, he is 81.
Wow. So when he did the movie, he must have been like I don't know, 79 or 80.
Yeah.
How's his performance in that movie for an 80-year-old? Does he like do lots of jumping and running around?
Not that much jumping, but there's a fair share of fighting scenes. I can tell you that.
How do you think they do this fighting scene? So do you think it's actually him doing it, or do you reckon they do like mocap? Or
it's definitely a stunt double. He cannot. Even if it's like the tiniest things, I highly doubt it was him.
So do you reckon it's less action in this movie than the previous ones due to his age?
Yeah, I think this one is more story driven. They've made a more enthusiastic story.
Okay. Do you think it's led up for them to continue Indiana Jones, or do you reckon that's his time out? That's him done with that series? Yep.
That's him done.
That's his goodbye movie. Because in my thing, I think it was Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. I think he had like a nephew or something. I can't remember what it was. And I'm not quite sure exactly 100% on it. But he could have carried on it. Like you could have carried like Indiana Jones, but like done like a new base character for the whole series. Like maybe he has a son. He calls him, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Unfortunately, I haven't actually seen any of the Indiana Jones. That's the first one I've seen, and I liked it. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Like,
do you think anyone else could play Indiana Jones, or not like play him, or do you reckon anyone could take the lead role and like do an after version of him? Like maybe like there's he has a son and they could take up the role, or do you reckon only Harrison Ford can own that movie? Just Harrison, just him.
I think it would just be him because he's had multiple sequels to his thing. I mean, he started in the 80s and he's still going now, so we kind of. If we're speaking like proper marketing terms, it wouldn't be a good idea because the people who watched it back then, if there's a new Indiana Jones, they're expecting Harrison Ford, not just a random bloke, because they made 2 between 1980 and 2000, so all them people back then are expecting him in any new one, so it would be silly not to include him. So yeah, I don't think anyone else could play him.
I hope it is a goodbye because like I think it's a nice sentiment to like having time travel as kind of like your closing of that. I feel like they did 2 extra movies, which I wasn't expecting them to do because like just of his age and stuff like that. But like, honestly, I'm glad he's made the 2 movies. I don't think. Could you imagine if he did Indiana Jones again if he becomes like 90 or something, like another movie on top of everything?
I don't think.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Stand up for 10 minutes.
He could have a full-on 6 movies to his name with Indiana Jones. I think if I don't want them to do another movie, but if they do another movie, I think they should definitely just close it out and like do like a death scene or something. Because
while they make a whole new movie just for him to die. I mean,
I think it's a nice closing statement, and I think the only reason you do that as a creator would be to like, right, let's close it now. Let's do a lovely little end thing, maybe like a sacrifice, bring him to an end, and then close him out from there, and then maybe introduce like a son or something. I feel like that's kind of the direction that the movie maker would take on this. But I think that's I think if you sealed that up and you said that's him done, that's him. I think that would be a thing. I hope Disney don't expand that universe.
Wait, is this Disney?
It's on Disney. It's part of the Disney family. If you got Disney Plus, you can watch it right now. So yeah, that's a thing. I just hope they don't expand the universe. I don't think that universe needs expanding. But it's Disney, and they could easily do a Indiana Jones verse, because I think that's what they're doing. They're just doing loads of universes between these things now. They've got the Star Wars verse, the Marvel verse, and now they're doing the Doctor Who verse. There's just loads of verses now, so I wonder what else they could do. Anyway,
they just want a bit more money. Yeah, but anyway,
Disney want money.
That's our take on Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Next one. Right, so the third one is Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I have never seen this. I did not know this was a thing. I've given it a read, a quick description.
Yep.
And I've taken a look at the pictures and I've read the genre. And is this like a fantasy religion thing? Not religion, but like a fantasy like drama thing.
Well, this one I'm a massive fan of, so I'm just gonna let you in on this. Yeah. Okay. So there are 3 gods. There's in the Greek world. There's Zeus, Hades, and the underwater one. What's his name?
Aquaman.
No, not Aquaman.
Oh.
Who is the god of the seas? What's his name? I need to remember these names. So you got Zeus is like the big one. Yeah. You've got Poseidon, that's his name. You got Poseidon, god of the oceans, and then you've got Hades, god of the underworld. Yeah. And all the gods, I think there's loads of different gods, and they were basically like And all the gods would have children. Okay, if they had children with the mortals, yeah,
Yep.
they would be called demigods. But there also are these creatures in the world that want to, like, kill them and all that kind of stuff, and and destroy them. So all these children get sent to a camp, and it's called Camp Half-Blood. That's where all the demigods go, because they can't go to these other realms, so they go there, and it's a safe place for all half-bloods. Yeah, so all demigods basically. However, Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon, who are the big three, yeah. They had a bit of an argument because their children were becoming too powerful, yeah.
Yep.
So, and because their children become too powerful, they decided, between an agreement with all three of them, that they weren't allowed to have children. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And between all three of them, so basically none of those, so even though they had houses in the Camp Half-Blood, no one could go to Camp Half-Blood without those children you'd never see Zeus's children in Camp Half-Blood, because Zeus wouldn't have any children. Or same with Hades, and same with Poseidon, except Poseidon broke this rule, had a child, yeah, and this child grew up not knowing who he was until of a certain age, and as soon as they knew who they as soon as they started becoming aware of who they were, then these mythical evil creatures would start to hunt them down, and when they start to hunt them down, they have to go to Camp Half-Blood. So basically, you're Percy Jackson, who is a demigod, gets sent to Camp Half-Blood, and has to from there has to kind of go on an adventure, because the main part of the story is someone's stolen Zeus's lightning bolt, and if the lightning bolt doesn't get returned, there's going to be a fallout war and Earth is going to end.
Yeah.
Sorry, a lot to take in there.
Yeah, it's quite a bit there. I don't know, like these types of films, I don't really watch them. Because first off, it's kids. And it's a fantasy. But I'm not saying kids can't act good, but when it comes to fantasies, I don't really watch them that often. Or it has to be different. Because I believe this is based off a book, right? Or a series of books.
Yes, it's based off a series of books, and I'm a fan of the previous Percy Jacksons, and I'm a fan of this one as well. The characters, the actors took such a good role in this film. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really give an opinion on it. I haven't seen it, I've never heard of it, never read the books, so I guess I just have to watch the film then.
What was it? What was it that I was looking for? What was that Ryan Reynolds movie that he did not so long back?
I'll find that out for you in about 4 seconds.
He released a movie about time travel. The Adam Project. Yes, that's it. So
that's the raw. No, oh no, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I've not seen this one. Oh, that's where I recognise the kid from.
So the kid plays a younger Ryan Reynolds in the Adam Project.
No. Because like I said, I was looking at pictures here of Percy or whatever.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, I swear to God, I've seen this exact picture from something, but I don't know what. And then no, it's the Adams Project. Yeah, I've seen it. It's actually really funny. It's actually really funny.
So I'm saying, I was like, I don't think anything hooked me on the movie, going, oh, I recognize that actor from the Adam Project, and he's actually quite funny. So I'm imagining that he's going to bring that same comedy style to his role in Percy Jackson. And you know what? Slam dunk, he did as well. So I'm quite happy with that. He brings that sarcastic kind of jokey character to this kind of situation. he plays this an awkward version of Percy Jackson, and I think it's beautiful because last time we had this confident Percy Jackson who was learning that he becomes really confident. This one really awkward, and even when I think that he's gonna like be this imposition of where he's gonna be able to be this ultimate god, I think he's still gonna be an awkward ultimate god, and I hope that continues because I think it's a perfect place for him to shine after being in that movie with Ryan Reynolds, I think. Yeah, anyway, that's my take on it. What's your take? Do you think you'll give it a watch considering what you know about the fact that of who he is?
I'm being honest, probably not. I don't know. I'll probably forget about it tomorrow.
All right. Well, anyway, there you go. If you want to watch it, obviously it's out. The first 2 episodes are out now. It's a series, not a movie. So there you go. What's next on the list?
The next one on the list.
How long have we been talking for right now? We've been talking for 23 minutes.
22, yeah, 22
Yeah,
minutes.
22. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna not on so much about this.
I'm gonna try and hold it back.
We've got. Wait, what did it say? The Doctor Who Christmas special. Don't know what this is about.
So
this is the new.
Oh, so this is a good one. There's not too much revealed about this. There's only so much revealed, but basically it's Ncuti Gatwa's after coming from the series of Sex Education, he stepped out of that role. That series has ended, and now he's taking the role of Doctor Who. He is playing the Doctor, and we've already seen him in the 60th anniversary special. But he is going to be taking on the role of the brand new Doctor, and he's also going to be joined by the companion. For the first time we're going to see the companion is Millie Gibson. She's going to play what's that? The church from Ruby. She's going to play Ruby Sunday, so that's going to be quite interesting. All we know now is that goblins are going to be in it, and they're going to steal a baby, and the Doctor's going to have some dancing scenes because we know that Ross T. Davis, who's taken the lead role in this, he's going to make it more musical. So that's kind of the role that everyone's taking from this. So you're not into Doctor Who, are you?
No, this is practically just Seb's podcast.
This is
things.
The past 2 things.
I got nothing to say, mate. I don't watch these stuff.
Yeah,
this is quite selfish picking by you. But anyway.
I've put one of yours in at the end, don't worry.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So you'll have some stuff to talk about. I'm not going to rant on for ages because anyone who's a Doctor Who fan has probably seen everything on Doctor Who so far. But I think if you have never seen Doctor Who before, I think this is a really good episode to jump in if you know nothing, because as far as I'm aware, what Russell T. Davies is doing is creating a blank state, so you could have not watched any Doctor Who before, and this is the perfect episode to step into if you're into sci-fi and you don't want to watch all the past series. You can just step into this with nothing, and hopefully everything will get revealed as the episode proceeds. And if you want to know a little bit about the Doctor beforehand, if you're interested into it, obviously he's the Doctor. He has a sonic screwdriver that can get him through doors and stuff like that. He has a psychic paper that can let him be anyone who he wants to be when he wants to, it's like a magical ID thing that people see whatever the psychic paper wants them to see. And also he's got a TARDIS that allows him to travel in time. So there you go. That's the Doctor. Anyway, carry on, Danny. You know I'll be talking about that for ages if you don't stop me. So right, let's move on.
Right. Okay, you're going to talk a lot about this one.
I'm going to let you talk about this one because I think we're both on the same thoughts.
I'll give my mate.
Right.
The day before cancelled. This will be getting a lot of heat in the media recently.
And too rightly so.
Yeah, what I know, what you've told me is pretty much people just got scammed and it was just a massive money grabber.
It's not even that, to be honest with you, because they're refunding people. The team I think some of the team are working with Steam to refund everything that they put into this. So everyone's getting a refund, everyone's getting their money back, and they've basically released a game,
and they've unreleased it,
and then unreleased it, and 5 days can completely cancel and close down their studio.
Like seriously, there was so much, like, what's the word? What's the word when everyone's excited about it?
Hype.
There's a bunch of hype about it.
Yeah.
We made a video about it. And I'm just gonna search. I'm just gonna do it. Search it.
We looked at it in January, and we looked at the trailer, and we're not judgy people. We're like, okay, you give us a date, it comes out.
Yeah,
we'll watch it. We'll give you a chance.
So we did 2 videos on the day before. It got just about a combined view rate of around 900 views for both videos, including. It was going pretty good. Personally, it looked like The Division mixed with DayZ and just mushed together and made it look nice. I was actually pretty excited about it. I was gonna play it, and it looked good from like the gameplays we got. But it's just unfortunate that they had to bloody unrelease it somehow. Like that just doesn't happen that often, does it? That's not supposed to happen. With that much hype, you just let that happen.
I can't believe we made 2 videos on it, and they both have done quite well, because there have been 2 trailers on it. We've both we were hyped about it way back in January when it revealed. We looked at the next reveal trailer and all that kind of stuff when it was coming down the line. They delayed it a month, and I think that kind of scared us when it was like that monthly thing. I think around that time we were a bit more like hesitant on like, is this game going to be as good as now? Because it's looking really good. It's looking good on the trailer. But when they released the thing, I think we were both I think we were hesitant to purchase it immediately.
It actually looks really good as well. I'm just looking at some videos. It actually looks really fun.
It does. It's not gonna lie. The trailers for it were absolutely incredible. I mean, they were like, it did look like a wonderful game, but like you said, you can only judge so much on looks, can't you? It's like it was meant to be a massive open world where you could run around, explore, and do things and shoot zombies in the end.
It was just terrible. It was just stupid. It was a massive flop. Completely flop.
Thieves make sense. Thieves go into people's houses. Even though I don't like thieves are awful, and thieves should never be part of this planet. But at the same time, thieves at least make sense. They go into places, yeah. They come up with a plan, make a bit of money, yeah, and then get out of there, yeah. These guys came into this thing, made loads of hype, released a game, yeah. And then everyone decided to get the game, play it, yeah. And you know what? At this point, yeah, they would have. If 5 days later they cancelled it off. Don't know why they cancelled it off that early. That doesn't make sense. I mean, to be fair, if you were really passionate about your game and you were losing money, what would you do? You'd crowdfund, wouldn't you? You're like, sorry, we're not making enough money, or we're not going to proceed to make enough money, so we'll crowdfund this game, right? Yeah, makes sense. Would you crowdfund your game if you weren't making the money for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if everyone was that hyped about it, you get a lot of money with crowdfunding. Don't know why you didn't do that. That was my opinion on that. Which kind of proved.
And another thing you just forgotten, the little I think it's Times Square, was it? They did a little billboard for the game.
Yes. Oh, why would you spend the money on a billboard?
Probably
Those
cost
things cost loads of money. Why?
Like,
buy a server or two.
They already had a bunch of hype over it. Like that right there was just showing off. No need.
We're gamers. We don't look at billboards.
No, we don't.
We look at YouTube.
We are inside, eating, playing, sleeping, non-stop. We don't go outside. And
if you want us to see that, if you want us to see it right in front of us like that, then release a mouse mat or something.
Yeah.
Or a poster.
Well, yeah.
What if anyone got like a poster from that game?
Alright, well, that's our take on the biggest flop of the year.
Biggest flop of the
Right, should we head on to the next one?
Let's head on to the next one.
Right, so...
Getting through this slick and fast.
Right, so the next one is The Sims 4 for Rest.
Oh.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
You need to give me a bit of backstory.
Sorry, I spelled it wrong. It's not for rest, it's for rent.
Ah.
Sorry, my bad. That was my bad.
Right.
Sims 4 for rent is...
What the flip is this? What am I looking at?
It's something I'm really excited about, honestly.
For rent.
So if you're unaware about sim packs, The Sims is a game that comes out. You play as a character, you control their lives, all that kind of stuff, and you just live the normal day-to-day life. And you send them to jobs, and you can watch them do their acting. You can also kind of like interact. You can make them interact however you want to with the world around them. So, for example, if you wanted them to cook dinner, you'd select the sim, and then you click on the fridge, and you'd make them make dinner, and they would make the dinner. Yeah. So that's kind of how that works. On top of this, there's loads of different extra packs. So for example, there's like a city pack where you can, like go downtown and buy a house in the city. So you can live in a penthouse instead of a normal house. Yeah, there's like a holiday pack where you can send your sim on a holiday, and then they can take holidays here and there whenever they want to. I think that one of the things that I was really looking at when it comes to The Sims for rent was the fact that you were able, one of the things I'm really excited about for this pack is you can have people have multiple different families live in a place that you build, yeah, make money off. Really like that, because I was a big fan of the original Sims 1, yeah? And in The Sims 1, there was this holiday thing where you could create your own hotel and watch people live inside there. I like the fact that this is kind of the same approach. It's you create a house, you get to have families that come in and live inside there. I really want them to bring out a hotel pack at some point, because having people come as guests, come and stay in your hotel, you build the hotel, you decorate the hotel, people log in, people log out the hotel, and then you get to build the hotel you want. You build a swimming pool, you can build a thing. It's like a hotel simulator that I want them to do.
Yeah.
But I think the For Rent pack that's just come out, where you get to have people living together and all that kind of thing, and paying money and paying rent and all that kind of stuff, I think this is a good first stage towards that. And I think it's an incredible pack, and I just think that if they progress into the hotel thing, I think this is a good first stepping stone.
I've never played.
You don't play The Sims, do you?
Well, the thing about them games is I just find them what's the word? Long-wheeled. They just take ages.
There's no start or end to it. It's just
exactly
you simulate
it's
life.
And clear example, Prison Architect is literally just that. But I actually like Prison Architect for some reason.
I think just like Prison Architect, you need to be a certain type of fan to enjoy those games.
I think it's because I just like abusing the prisoners. Well, I know you do. You abuse them. You
lock them all in.
Yeah. I actually made, I'm not even kidding you. I spent a week building this prison, yeah? One night, I stayed up till 4 a.m. building it. Mate, I was locked in about it, mate. I was so concentrated. And I added really good architecture, designs. I added a bunch of routines, a bunch of guard officers, and guess how many prisoners it holds?
Tell me, go tell me.
130 for a week, and I realized, yes, I've just spent all that time, but I did all this stuff, and I have 130 super max prisoners. And I said to myself, I'll just build another one right next to it. But I was like,
as you do.
Don't really want to go through that thing again. All the electrical wires, waters, making sure everything's fine. The worst bit, was the bloody surveillance bit, mate. I got so annoyed at one point. All the little wires connecting. But anyway, I'm gonna stop jabbering on about it.
We have a team that work behind the scenes on Jump Inside, and we have Danny right here, who also plays games now and again. Like he plays quite a lot, but he plays Prison Architect, and like he's mentioned, his prisons are like that. We also have Lewis, who also builds prisons in a very secure factor. When Danny says, abuse prisoners, my whole thought of behind Prison Architect is Danny knows the direction I'll go if I build a prison, and instead of like trying to play the game properly and build a prison for like 300 people and trying to even out everybody and all that kind of stuff, give themselves and day-to-day tasks, I will make a single prison cell, put a prisoner inside it, and then hire 1,000 guards to keep an eye on that person. That's
so Seb is secretly a psycho, if you didn't know that.
I am secretly a psycho.
He's like that. He likes to do weird things in his own time.
I will, if I play The Sims, I will be like, right, which friend do I want to hang out with, and then put them all in the swimming pool. I put like 4 Sims in a swimming pool, and whichever one survives will be my character that I will play as something. I don't know.
Right.
So that's
right. I think we should just exit this topic.
We should exit the topic. Move on from this, shall we?
Before someone starts knocking on your door. Anyway,
video games are fun.
This is gonna be fun. The next one, right? The next one is, drum roll, please. GTA 6 trailer.
Oh my god, they did it! They finally did it! They did a trailer drop. Oh my!
After
years.
How long was it? A long time.
There's kind of 2 things to this. Number 1, yay, we finally got some information on it. But B, at the same time, it's kind of like, hey, you waited this long for it? You have to wait another 2 years.
So we waited 10 years for it, and they said, well, hold on a second, you're gonna have to wait another 2 years. But,
at least we don't have to. At least we know a date,
At least we know a date, but then
it's a day and a waiting time. So yeah, I hope they realize right now of the view count and and all that kind of stuff. I hope they realize the amount of hype that's going into this, because if you have to make gamers wait 2 years for this, right? And it's one of the biggest games on the planet. You have to realize that we are now going to start building up hype, making videos on what we think is going to happen. There are going to be spoilers, fake spoilers, real spoilers, and we're all just going to start making videos on this. Is going to go wild on the internet. Especially for those only GTA creators. It's just going to be GTA 6 from now on for all those GTA creators. Everyone's going to be like, GTA 6 does this, GTA 6 does that. And I'm like saying, yeah, we're just going to have so much hype. Don't let us down as a game company. If you need to take longer to make your game, bring it out in September. Don't try to rush it. Or something, if you need a month delay it, do a month delay. But don't be like Daisy. Sorry, not Daisy. What am I on about? Daisy was a good game. Don't be like the day before, where you just keep delaying it. But at the same time, if you need to make a single month delay because something isn't right, definitely take that time. We want a good game, not a
shit game.
Not a shit game.
Yeah,
we're done with shit games.
I don't think we understand the amount of how good this has to be.
Yeah.
Because the details in Red Dead Redemption 2, phenomenal, yeah? That was 2018. This is gonna be what? 7 years later?
It has to be these details better.
Have to be 7 times better than Red Dead Redemption 2. And Red Dead's details were immaculate. Literally. Some of the things were very cool.
You don't add GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption. You don't add those games together and make an equals. You times them. You have to times those games by each other.
Right, so next we've got Dreadwolf. Never actually heard of this game, so obviously Seb yet again. So give me a rundown and talk for like 20 minutes.
All right, okay. I'm not going to go for 20 minutes because I don't know that much myself. I'm a big fan of BioWare games. Whether it, I always feel like art is very important when it comes to game creation. Yeah, the art differentiates from the artist. So BioWare may have had some bad criticism in the past. They may have had they may have had some good callings in the past as well. But personally, I separate the game company from the game itself. When the game is actually released to the public, that's our own choice on how we think and how we look at that game. And to be fair, I've always liked the games that come from BioWare. So I'm not talking about them as a company. I'm just talking about them as game creators. And the actual games itself, Mass Effect and Dragon Age, I've always been fans of, and I've always liked looking at those stories. And whether it's Mass Effect and you're going throughout to a different universe and there's loads of open world areas to explore, I absolutely love that. On the other side of the flip coin, Dragon Age is set in a mythical land area, and it opens up some actual problems inside that they talk that it gets quite serious when it talks about its problems. And it's all about mages and Templars are at war with each other, where Templars were originally tried to keep all the mages locked in like mage towers, so they could always keep an eye on the mages. Whereas some mages wanted to break free, and eventually war started. So the Legend of the Dreadwolf, which I know absolutely hardly anything about, but accordingly, Dreadwolf is coming, and it's meant to be one of the biggest games in the Dragon Age universe so far. So I'm all excited about that. That's pretty much all I've got to say. The trailers look good. The story seems like it's been changed a couple of times. It's been teased quite a while, but I can't wait for summer 2024. We're going to have a final see of exactly... I'm hoping there's a release date for the game now, because I'm tired of waiting on BioWare. It feels like they haven't actually made a full-on BioWare expanding their world game since the year 2012. Or no, I think it was 2020, whatever it was, 2014 when they released Dragon Age Inquisitions. They haven't done anything since Inquisitions or Andromeda, and Andromeda was 2017 now. So I haven't seen anything from BioWare since properly since 2017. So I'm hoping that this game is going to be beautiful. The Dragon Age games normally are, but like for a brand new area of whatever they've been doing since 2006 or 7, I just want to see if they're going to continue this world or they're going to end it, or exactly what they're going to do to this beautiful game. I've been waiting for years to find out what they're going to do after Inquisitions, and I'm hoping Dreadwolf is going to be decent. But yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, obviously, I don't know the game, of course, yet again. But off of the things you've said, potentially, if it gets really good reviews, I'll give it a look. I'll give it a check out. See what the game's all about.
Danny is a gun shooter player kind of thing. He's not very much into his fantasies or space time, but if they're good, he'll play them.
Yeah, like Star Citizen, I'll play that because it's got some kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
GTA is a perfect example, literally, because it's RPG and it's a lot of shooting and a lot of fun stuff. That's GTA is the perfect game for me.
It's your lovely. It's the type of RPG that you enjoy.
Yeah.
So that's why you're more excited about Grand Theft Auto than you are about other games like Dreadwolf. But yeah, and that makes sense. I think that's why people like GTA, because it's that perfect in-between game that the RPG lovers can love, the gun shooters can love. It's a nice place. It's a nice playground for all types of gamers, and I think that's beautiful. But for the people that are a fan of that mythical, we've got Dreadwolf coming our ways. And hopefully at some point they're going to do a Witcher 4 or something as well. But that's just rumors, and that's not actually been announced. So I'm hoping for like a Witcher 4. But right now, at least I'm getting Dreadwolf coming my way. I cannot wait for that game. It's gonna be big, so yeah, excited for that one. Anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've got nothing else to say, so next one maybe?
Yeah, let's do it. Finalize
Maybe
this.
Yeah, final thing.
The
And
final thing.
Right, and that's gonna be Alone in the Dark demo.
I have to admit that I've only seen things of Alone in the Dark. I haven't actually stepped into this or haven't taken any deep dives into this. I've only played the I think it was like the 29, or was it 29 version? Too sure.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a long time ago, and that was like, I think is this one meant to be like a story game or something? I'm not quite sure. You've played the demo, so you carry on with me on this one.
Well, as some of you may not know, there's a new Alone in the Dark coming next year on March 20th. And Microsoft has a demo for it, and I played it earlier, but I literally played 10 minutes of it, and I was only just walking around, Seb. So because at one point something happened in the demo, and then it got to the main bit. So, but what I know, it's like the Sherlock Holmes game, but like a dash of horror into it. But I'm gonna play the demo after this. I'm gonna give it more of a deep dive, and then that'll give me the opinion. But obviously, you guys don't know my opinion because I haven't actually played the thing yet. But I think it's gonna be a good game, and I believe we are gonna be doing a video on it if it's good.
It looks like a Jump Inside video could be on its way on that game, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. And it's obviously on next gen, only on next gen actually. So, yep.
Heavily story driven, is it?
I think so. I haven't played the other ones. Apparently you have. So.
What do you mean the other ones?
The last game was in 2015. It reminds me a lot of The Evil Within.
I think it stands out on its own. I think they're restarting or doing their own story version of this, because I don't think this relates to the other ones.
Yeah, they might do. Well, it does have the same characters. I did recognize a guy who looks the same in the other games.
Oh.
But yeah, well, yeah, that's my take on it.
That's your take on it. Okay.
I've barely scratched the surface for the game. You got anything to say?
No, I think that pretty much sums me up, and I think I'm kind of done with that right now. So, and it is the 31st of December, so I think we've got to say to the audience before we end the podcast,
yeah.
Happy New Year
and Merry Christmas.
We've already had Merry Christmas. Yeah,
late Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas
and Happy New Year. And this is our last video?
This is our last video of the year. I'm so excited about this. Yes.
So, all right, it's been a journey. It's been a journey this year. Very
116, 117 subscribers around about there-ish, depending on what happens when this video gets full on released, because we've recorded this earlier on.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna end it now.
Thanks for watching.
Obviously, hold on. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Comment on anything we were on about, and we'll make sure to respond back to you. And we'll see you next year. Goodbye.
Goodbye.